Good day everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be discussing Black Clover chapter 310 titled Unyielding Right and Wrong. So let's dive straight into the chapter. Spoiler warning. So yeah, let's begin. So again, the chapter picks off right where the last one ended, with Yuno and Zhannan fighting, and Yuno uses a new attack again, this time titled Star Magic Quartile Flagium. Probably butchered that, but yeah. And in response to that, Zhannan uses a new attack. But first, Zhannan's new attack is like a whip of some sort, and it strikes Zhannan across the face. But yeah, Zhannan heals of course, and he uses Bone X Spatial Magic Demon Sword Deinsilf, probably butchered that. It's from Norse mythology, I believe, or Greek mythology, one mythology. But essentially, the myth of this sword is, or the story of this sword is, anytime this sword was drawn in battle, or was drawn in general, it had to kill someone. Someone has to die. It must taste blood. So he pulls out this sword and he begins striking up the place with an attack called spatial, sorry, don't know where I got spiritual from. Spatial rapture. And essentially it seems to be barrier-esque slashes with his spatial magic, but it seems like bones are popping up, but I don't think the bones are from this attack. The bones seem to be getting cut up as well, so they're probably from his previous attack. So it's essentially cutting everything with the spatial slash, including Yuno's stars, which are hit and destroyed. So Yuno says he can't regenerate the broken stars right away either. So we then jump into a mini flashback with Zhannan in his head, and this is essentially with his brother, or someone, because we know, but it is his brother, because we will establish that there's possibilities in the past chapter. But his brother is saying that the weak die easily and it's impossible to protect all of them. And in that case, we'll destroy them temporarily and then we'll bring them back with undying bodies, so that way they won't die again. And they said they'll do this using the devil power, and basically they'll remake humanity in this image. But the person who's saying this also mentions that we, for the Sogrit's siblings, is it Socrates? The siblings, but he says we four. So before we continue, first things first, he said we four. And we saw previously in the last flashback with Zhannan that there indeed was another brother who was in a wheelchair, but in giving this little speech in his flashback, something interesting is going on here. The brother's face is obscured. It's kinda silhouetted, fuzzy out, fuzzed in, staticky kinda. So that's interesting. And Zhannan is still thinking in his head, let's create a truly peaceful Spade Kingdom. And basically we see the outcome of his strikes, the spatial rupture. So is bobbing and weaving, zoomies in and out, dodging attacks, and we see the whole castle where Yuno and Zhannan are fighting is collapsing from these attacks. But Yuno says something interesting. He says, it is time for my special reserved strike. So he goes in and we find out what this attack is. So he zoomies and zooms and dodges, and he gets close up, like straight up into the face of Zhannan, and he uses Spirit of Boreas. And this is his axe move, where he pulls out the big axe, and at the same time Zhannan uses spatial rupture with his sword. So the two weapons fire off this attack. It's kinda hard to tell like what is going on attack wise, because of course it's black and white, so in anime this would be epically done with color, but here it's kinda with the debris and everything. We get the gist of what's going on, but it's hard to tell where the attacks land. But essentially we see Yuno's axe, the whole top piece is disintegrated and Zhannan's chest is ripped open. But Zhannan is saying basically, all his stars are destroyed, he can't teleport or dodge or defend essentially, and he has no way to destroy a devil's heart. So this time the fight is over. But while he's saying that, something interesting happens. We get a narration, it seems, and the narration starts saying same stage is attained when the resonance between a spirit and its host is very close to 100%, and by them staying in a fight that keeps them on the brink of death, or while fighting on the brink of death essentially, this power is obtained, and this is the power to destroy a devil. And of course we get a little flashback to Noel, because we know Noel has Saint Stage Valkyrie armor, so we get that. So of course this means gets another power up, and says in the face of overwhelming power, or not but a text comes up and it says in the face of overwhelming power everything is pointless. And I believe it may be Zhannan saying this, if not Zhannan then it's a narration. But Zhannan has a creepy hungry Joker smile and he says, I win. And he proceeds to attack with his sword. But when he attacks basically nothing, and his eyes open wide. And then we flip to Yuno's Grimoire, the new one, and it says, the stronger the mage, the more stars are born. And in this split second, created a star. Star was born, and he used his magic spell conjunction to basically teleport behind the attack and appear behind Zhannan. And proclaims, you mean we win. And he proceeds to strike Zhannan from behind across this entire part of his body and the demon heart, the devil heart, and he says, Saint Spirit of Zephyr. And the chapter ends there. Of course, we have a few things to discuss. The next chapter would be on Halloween, so next week. So now let's discuss. So first things first. This fourth sibling, we've never seen them, and their face is obscured. So why is that? Is it a situation like Noct where he's undercover in a nation and we've actually seen him before and that's why they're keeping it hidden? Is it someone we've seen before? Or is there another reason? Also, he's in a wheelchair. And the other siblings barely mentioned him before. Maybe it's because they see him as weak. I don't know. But where is he? What is he doing? Is he the mastermind behind everything? Is he going to pop out now and use some new devil? Combine the devils? What is his role in this war? Because again, we didn't see him yet. We don't know what he is capable of, or if it's even someone we know. Next, throughout these fights, everyone has gotten a level up. Noel has Undine currently and Saint Sage Valkyrie. Got 2 power-ups. He got Saint Sage and he got a Grimoire with Star Magic. Asta got 1 power-up so far, I believe, which is his Devil Union. So everyone got a power-up from the main 3. So I'm wondering if these 3 are going to have to come together to fight the 4th sibling. Or maybe the 4th sibling is the one guarding Yami and William. We'll have to see. But all in all, this was a very fast-paced chapter, because of course it was a fight chapter, so everything moved quickly. Great chapter, I enjoyed it. Can't wait for the next one. Hopefully the next fight and the next chapter ends the fight and we get more on this 4th mystery sibling. But yeah, I'll see you all for the next one.